Hey everyone, it's me. Who else would it be? Can't sleep. I just did those other two videos. Like, I still can't sleep. And my god, my chin is huge. Alright. And like, I've got this fro going on. There we go. Now I feel better. See, even me, I get moments where I'm like, oh my god. Okay, so I know I like extrude or protrude or exhume. What's the word I'm looking for? Help me out here. Confidence or not giving a fuck. But I even feel that way sometimes. Lately, I have been. Because I really am over my comfort level of being fat. So, yeah. In the end of my last video, I was talking like about food addiction and stuff. So, I don't know. Wednesday, I have a doctor's appointment. My foot is feeling normal again. It still has scarring, but like, it's not bloated anymore. It isn't the size of like a balloon. It's the size of a normal fatty foot. It's like almost the same size as the other foot now. So yay! And I still have not got around to rescheduling my sleep apnea results test thingy-majigger. I need to do that. I need to find the phone number and do that. I was talking in the other video too how I suck at like grown-up things. Like, okay, I may be like 33 and I may come across as really intelligent sometimes, but like honestly, I have the mentality of like a 10-year-old. It's like, ooh, bills and grown-up stuff. And like sometimes I can really act really, really adult. And then I just act like a little kid. And I lose track of time and I don't know, maybe it's like the borderline or something. So the bipolar, maybe, I don't know. You see, I've got the paperwork finally for the care program. So I'm gonna see if maybe Mariah can do that since my ex-roommate left. And obviously Bubba wasn't reliable. And Paul unfortunately cannot do it. So, and Mark, well, he takes care of his father. I don't like airing much of his business out on here, but yeah, he takes care of his father. And maybe there's some way he can get paid for doing that. I don't know. And plus he's not all too reliable, and I need somebody more reliable. He has too many obligations in other places. That's what I'm gonna say. Because everyone's like, why don't you get with Mark? And I keep, saying, hey, we're just friends. There's a reason for that. One, I suppose I'm attracted to a little more cocky and a little more confident of a man. And he just has a lot of obligations in other places where I don't see him that often, to be honest. I really don't. And I don't like submissive men. I'm not saying necessarily that he's submissive, he just has a very submissive attitude towards life. I like cocky men. I don't know. I mean, he's a great friend. He's like an awesome friend. And the fact that he doesn't have a lot of time isn't an issue when he's just a friend. If he was a boyfriend, it would be a huge issue. A huge issue. And I'm gonna make myself sound like a grade A bitch here. I just don't date people who have kids. That's another one, because I'm completely selfish, and I will admit this. Completely selfish. And don't get me wrong, I mean, kids scare the fuck out of me, for one. Two, I don't want a baby's mama. None of that. If like a guy was a single dad and the mama wasn't involved in any way, I might consider that. But I really don't want to share my attention with a baby's mama and a kid and all that, you know, like, I really think I would consider it if there was no baby's mama, like, if there was something like that. But there is a baby's mama, and he still has feelings for her, so I can't deal with that. I can't go for that. I can't go for that. Okay, I'm a complete blitch about that, I suppose. And you can hate on me if you want. Everybody's got to have their something, you know, and that's my thing. I demand all the attention. Like, and I know that I share Paul with, like, another woman. But the thing is, I really do come first. And I'm not deluding myself or kidding myself. Because he's come over when he's gotten in trouble with her for coming over here. You know, and to help me out with things and be there for me. You know, and honestly, I know that I will probably always come first until I cut the ties with that relationship. Yeah. So, I mean, and there was a time where he thought he might have had a kid, but I'm pretty sure the kid's not his. He thought he did, and I found pictures of her, and I really don't think it's his kid, because it's way too white. It's way too white. There's no way that kid has any Pablito in it, in her. Yeah, that kid has two white parents. That's all I'm saying. And yeah. So I don't know. I guess that's the only time I've made an exception. It's because I also knew him before he thought he might have had a kid. So, I don't know. It's really weird. He's been gone for a week, and we got in this little fight, and I don't know, whatever. He got mad at me because he doesn't want his sister to know his business, and I talked to her, and I told her too much, apparently. Even though it was all the truth, it was too much. And, yeah, he got mad at me. So, oh well. He'll forgive me. And he's still gonna be out of town for like another week, and I hate it. And Bobo's still texting me. And still like a stalker. You know, because apparently I was supposed to let him live here and pay all his bills and let him bring other blitches over to Bang. And, yeah. And let him go and stay out all the time and not do anything to contribute to the house. And take care of his dog. And not say anything. That's what I was supposed to do. With a smile on my face. I'd be like, oh, please, do it some more. Yes. And it's all my fault that he is staying in his broken car. His broken car. I'm like, yeah, okay, I don't think so. Because your phone doesn't have a charger. You have to plug it into a wall, the battery's into a wall. And somehow you still have a phone to text me. And tell me, I owe you money. I owe him $300. Yes. Because of the check that got lost. There was this whole thing. He was trying to blame it on Paul. He was trying to say that Paul came in the house and stole his check. And the thing is, like, the day before, okay, he was trying to, like, he was trying to hint to me to cash this check for him. He's like, oh, I can't cash it until the 3rd. It's post-dated and blah, blah, blah. But I have the $300, so I think he was trying to get me to, like, give him the $300 and then, like, cash the check in my account. And then when the 3rd came, finally, he went to go cash it. And it was from his old job that he told me he had when he moved in, but then I found out he didn't. So anyways, he went to go cash it, and there was no money in the account. Like, the guy had no money, and he could not cash the check. So, yeah, and then the guy texted him and said, hey, I have like $100 for you, because the check's not gonna go through. So, yeah, and I don't know why he didn't go get the money, but whatever. And then the next day, things were fine. And then he found out that Paul was in the house. And he was all like, all of a sudden he came out of the room like, oh, my check is missing, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, Paul didn't even come, like, in the house. Paul, like, stood at the door, went to go get the garbage in the kitchen, and then went back to the door, took the garbage out, and then went back to the door and hung out by the door because he didn't want to come in the house. Because, you know, he didn't want to have a confrontation. And, yeah, you were in the shower and whatever. So he was trying to say that Paul stole his check, and I'm like, whatever. Okay, I'll help you, you know, look for it, and if I can't find it, you know, we'll figure it out. I'll make it up to you. And now he's trying to say that I owe him like $300 when, like, dude, the check was, like, not even good. I'll give you like the $35 to have the check rewritten. Go to the place where the dude work, or, you know, the place that he owns. Give him the money so he can rewrite the check and put a stop on the other one. Like, he's just like, oh, you were trying to keep me there. You were trying to keep me trapped. You wanted to keep me forever. You wanted to mess up my life so I couldn't leave. And I'm like, dude, I was telling you to move out. I was looking for other places for you. I don't think I was trying to keep you trapped here. But that's what he says. I was trying to keep him trapped here. Yeah. That's why he had to bust down my door, because I was trying to keep him trapped here. Like, he had to, because I locked him out, trying to keep him trapped. So yeah. I don't know. And he keeps texting me saying I owe him that money. And it's just, like, ridiculous. And I don't know if I said that stuff in the other video. So whatever. I'm probably repeating myself because I'm tired. And it's 6:10 in the morning. And I don't know what the fuck I'm doing still awake. And I wish I could go on YouTube and watch videos and go shopping and add stuff to my wish list on Walmart.com. Because I know I wanted to, like, look at something. I wanted to look at bed sets. Because I got that new bed today, and it's super high, and I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. I might just look for a box spring on Craigslist or something and return it after the free month. And I know that's wrong, right? I'm all like, after the free month, I'm gonna return it. I needed a bed. After Paul did the power bomb and cracked the box spring, I totally needed a new bed. But I have the bed, and the mattress that came from Rent-A-Center sucks. So I have the other mattress, my old mattress, on top of their crappy mattress, and yeah, it's like, goes up to my waist. It's like probably 3.5 foot tall. This is gonna be a long ass video, so I should probably stop, because I don't even know. I'm just rambling because I'm, like, tired and can't sleep, and I don't even know if I'm gonna post this, to be honest. So yeah. Okay, later.